right, everybody, welcome back to the Raven Roundup, Season 2, Episode 4. I'm Ben, here to bring you information on all things Raven sports.
And I'm JJ. Today we will cover the past week as well as an interview with the dance team.
Yeah, JJ sat down with one of the captains. I'm not sure, is she the only captain? Do you know?
I think there might be one other captain. I'm not sure
Okay.
who it is, though.
Well,
I know she is one.
JJ sat down with one of the captains of the competitive cheer team.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that went?
I think it went well, actually. It was kind of late notice because someone had gotten sick. We were supposed to have 2 people, but
Yeah. But I mean, it's all good. We got midterms coming up here. How you feeling about those?
I don't feel great about midterms.
I don't
not
either.
gonna lie.
I'm just trying to get them over with. That's all that matters, you know. I'm excited for the back-to-back 3-day weekends.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be
huge.
amazing.
It's gonna be huge.
And the Tuesday, isn't it possible to have it's supposed to snow a lot?
Yeah,
isn't
Tuesday I'm praying for a little a cold day because it's gonna be like -2 is a
something
low.
like that.
Yeah, so with the wind chill, bro.
Yeah.
I think we'll be good. Anyways, let's hop right into these sports.
So we're gonna move it over to men's basketball. They're 5-6 right now after a loss to Pontiac. The score was 61-48, and overtime loss to Rochester. So Sam Zeller had 13, CJ Harrison had 11, and Urin Patino also had 11. The Ravens play, as of filming right now, they play today Stony Creek, and they're playing home, looking to get back in the win column.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can break back even 6-6. That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how many games they play, but it's still pretty early, so hopefully they can turn that around.
Yeah, they still got time to turn it around. So
Yeah.
I mean, and being 6-6, I mean that's gonna bring them up. Hopefully they can get a winning streak coming.
Yeah. ROGB is 4-4 on the year with a loss to Clarkson and a win over Troy, but that makes them 1-0 in their league. Senior Maddie Lawrence had an incredible 22 points and 9 rebounds. Lucy Freitag followed with a strong 14.
Yeah, Maddie Lawrence played great that game.
I know, that is crazy.
22 points.
22 points, that's insane.
Even 9 rebounds too. That's crazy.
I know. So she had a really good game.
Yeah, she bought out. So now we're gonna move over to wrestling. So the wrestling team takes on Ferndale this Saturday over at Ferndale. So good luck to all of them competing. I know they just had their senior night, I believe. That was obviously home.
Yeah.
And I believe that went well.
It did.
And then also on Saturday, the men's and women's bowling team head over to Lakeshore High School to compete. Once again, good luck to all of our athletes.
Let's move over to the Griffins. Since last week, M1 had a charity match against Lakeland to raise money for the Michigan Flyers, which is a team for developmentally or physically challenged athletes. Unfortunately, the Ravens did not win, but it was a great night for everybody. They then beat Lake Orion 6-2, and senior Raven Luke Schwanke put one in the net. All right, so now the moment you've all been waiting for. JJ, let's hop right into the interview with you.
All right, so I'm here with
Viviana.
and we're going to get this interview started with the dance team captain. You're the captain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so first question is what does being the captain of the dance team mean to you, and how do you approach your leadership role?
Being the captain means I feel like that I have to approach my team when my coach maybe isn't there to do it, or just kind of hold my teammates accountable, but also let them know when they're doing good. Kind of just the role of the coach, but obviously she has still more power than I do. And if my team ever has questions and they're maybe not comfortable with going to coach about it, then I'm always there for them as well.
Okay, so how does the team prepare for big competitions and performances, or how do you help with that scenario as well?
We try to prepare by usually having practice every day before a comp. We have a comp this weekend and next weekend, and we try to have practice all 5 days a week, but it gets hard when we have people who go to studio as well and have other things going on in their lives. So we try to just do an hour and a half every day after school, and we just kind of drill our dances. We learn them months in advance, and yeah, I mean, when specifically on Tuesdays we have just jazz, and my coach can never be there, so I'm usually coach on Tuesdays, and we just kind of go through the dance, clean, stuff like that. So just kind of the same role as my coach when she's not there, but obviously I'm a little more lenient.
Yeah. So where are the competitions usually?
It depends. Our first comp was at Lake Orion. Our second comp, last week's comp was at Dakota High School. Then this week we have Little Caesars.
And you play multiple teams at once?
Yes.
Multiple schools?
Yeah. So last weekend I think there was about 25 other schools there. This weekend there's I think 15 to 20. And then a couple months ago there was I think around 20 to 25 as well.
Okay. What's been your favorite performance or routine this season, and why?
I think my favorite performance was our DCC homecoming dance, just because it's a very popular dance. Many people know it. It's trending on TikTok. Many other high schools have done it as well. And it's just like DCC is just like a dance team I would always want to be on. So it was like fun getting to perform it.
And then who choreographs your routine? So like, is it you said your teacher? Like, wait, what's her name?
Our coach is named Coach Kate.
Coach Kate. Does she choreograph all of your dances, or do you guys put more into it?
So it like depends. So we usually try to do different routines at each but every like basketball game or football game that we do. But usually like at the beginning of the year we had camp, which was like a week long, and we learned like 15 to 20 routines that week, and we kind of just try to use those throughout the year for our performances. But if we're like on a tight schedule and don't really have time to be working on a dance for a football game, we'll take like our competition dances and perform those.
Okay. What has been the most challenging part of being on the dance team?
Just kind of staying on top of everything because I have studio as well. So that's like every day I go from school at 3 o'clock, go to dance team for about an hour, leave dance team and go straight to studio until 9:30. So it's definitely a lot just trying to like balance everything because I already have 15 other dances I have to remember for studio, let alone we're usually working on something for a basketball game or football game and also working on our competition dances all at once. So just I think remembering all 20 plus dances I have to know.
Yeah. Is the studio like by yourself, or do you also have other people there?
I have other people there. So our studio is pretty much just kind of almost like our dance team, just obviously it's different people. But it's like, I feel like it's just more intensity there. Like it's a lot more hours. I'm there on weekends. I have a lot more competitions, stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like just it combined, I dance 40 hours a week. So it's definitely, if I didn't have dance team, it would be a lot less. But if I didn't have studio, I think it'd be a lot easier with just dance team.
Yeah, I feel like 40 hours is a lot too. I feel like not many people realize that, how many hours you put in.
Yeah.
So how do you balance the responsibilities of being a captain with your own personal dancing goals?
I try to just like, I feel like not put my goals on other people, but also like sometimes in practices we'll have like little assignments to do before people get to practice, like write 3 goals you want for this practice or this performance that's coming up, and we like try to sit in a circle in the beginning and just like talk about it real quick, just like as a little starter before practice. But I feel like I like when I share my goals or like things that I want to work on, I also like hearing about my teammates' goals and stuff like that, just so I know that they come into practice with like a purpose behind what we're doing.
Yeah, so what are like the type of goals you will maybe come up with like during practice or like at a specific competition?
Well, one of our main goals this past weekend for our competition and this weekend coming up was to really just be confident with our jazz dance, because we just finished it a week ago, which is very short time to compete a dance after learning it. So I think confidence is like a really big one, because I mean, going to basketball games and football games, you can't really go out there if you don't have confidence. And so that's definitely a big goal our whole team is working on right now. But I would say me being captain, I feel like I definitely have one of the most confidence on my team, just because I like have that leadership role. And so I try to appear as not as scared as others when taking that role. But yeah, I just right now I think that's what our overall goal for our team is.
How do you feel like changing environments, going from football games, always being outside, and then going from basketball games and being inside?
I think it's definitely a little difficult just because the football field was never like slippery or wet or anything like that, and we could like wear our like actual like team shoes, our team like Nike shoes if we wanted. But with the basketball, with the court, it's like the ground can be a lot more slippery, and we don't know if like the court's gonna be really slippery that day or not. So I feel like we just kind of like play it by like whatever we do at practice before the game.
Okay, so that's all the questions I have. So thank you for coming, Viviana.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so the interview went great. It was really good. Hopefully, you guys got some good information that you may not have known about competitive cheer.
Yeah, I didn't know much. After interviewing her, I learned a lot. So,
yeah,
you know.
it was really interesting.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to move it over to men's swim. So it looks like the boys are currently 4-1 right now, that's what RO Athletics says. And they look to stay hot against Stony Creek, which is happening today, the day of us filming, the 16th. And we will have episodes on that next episode.
I believe that is they're swimming. It's like a pink out night tonight.
Pink out night?
Yeah, so like for cancer or something I saw.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it'll be really cool.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening to episode 4 of the Raven Roundup Season 2. We hope that you were able to get all the updates for winter sports and enjoy the interview with the dance team.
Once again, thank you all for listening and or watching us round up all of the amazing Ravens teams. We will not be back here next week with another episode due to midterms. So good luck to everybody. And
hopefully your midterms go well, because I know.
Let's bring those grades up. All right, everybody. I'm your host, Ben Machiniak.
And I'm your co-host, Javian Johnson, and we'll see you guys next time on the Raven Roundup.